Libra, welcome back to Steampunk Psyche. If you are a returning subscriber, I want to say thank you so very much. I appreciate you coming back. If you're brand new to the channel, I am JT. Welcome to Steampunk Psyche, okay? We're going to get started in on a general reading for you. Like I always tell everybody, it's just energy. These are just cards. I don't really gender specific anything unless I really feel the need to. But anyway, yeah, I'll give you the down low. We'll shuffle up. I'll lay out the cards for you, and we will go over them one by one, okay? If you want to skip past the shuffle, that's cool. If not, I'm just trying to stay transparent. Libra energy here. I've already shuffled, but I wanted to make sure you see me shuffle the cards. We'll get started here. This is your current energy, your crossing challenge. This is in the foundation. I'll go over each of these cards and show you all of these cards up close. The recent past. This is the possibilities of what could be. This is the near future. This is the self, how you're showing up. This is the environment around you. This is the hopes, fears, wishes, or worries. And then we end with the outcome and the direction. Okay, Libra, I'm going to take a second to look at these cards, and while I'm doing that, I have your brand new haiku poems. Okay, Libra, we are back. I hope you enjoyed those poems, by the way. If you did, leave something in the comment. I've been trying to leave those in there and just to kind of do something a little bit special for everybody in the, in the poem, the haiku poem. So anyway, let me know. But I'll show you the down low. We'll get back into the reading and clarify these cards for you, okay? The very first card we have is the 10 of Swords here, okay? If I can get my finger underneath it. Hello, lift up. There we go. Okay, the 10 of Swords. Present energy. This is the I cannot pretend anymore. I'm done with this shit. Something ended or it needed to end. It was mentally exhausting to you. Okay. Just kind of choose anything that fits with you here. But, it's like someone's ghosted you after promising, consistency. I get the idea maybe a situation may have dragged on way too long, and you just finally snapped. We could be talking about maybe a masculine here with avoidant tendencies who, pulled away abruptly. It doesn't have to apply, but we could also be talking about maybe a feminine in the same situation. But maybe you discovered something on social media that broke the illusion here, right? A friend or a coworker who betrayed your trust. The card could represent maybe a breakup that was emotionally over long before it was physically over, that type of situation. But a cycle of overthinking. It's reached its breaking point. Giving up too many chances. Finally, it hit its limit, that type of situation, It really is, it speaks really to, I deserve better than this. And that finally landed, right? So the emotional hangover before the breakthrough here. Okay, in the next cards, we have this crossing challenge of the 8 of Wands here. Communication, speed, movement. But it also gives me kind of a sense of mixed signals here. This is someone typing up a message, a long one probably, deleting it, typing it, deleting it. Maybe a message that came in too fast or too late, or maybe it was just a chaotic message, scrambled, not really hitting the emotional button for you, right? So this could be you waiting for a text that keeps getting delayed, or we could be talking about maybe um, travel plans or something like that complicated all the communication. It doesn't have to be, but just kind of take what fits here. But maybe someone who's stalking your social media, but they're not really speaking. You just kind of feel it. The messages, they come in bursts, and then there's just silence. Third party interference with the communication, I'm not sure. Yeah, someone maybe just watching, what you're putting on social media, and they're kind of like waiting for the timing of it, waiting for the right moment to reach in there and give you some kind of a message or a heads up. Could have been something from an old flame, maybe. Anyway, it's kind of just disrupting your balance, right? It's kind of the energy I'm picking up on there. So, yeah. So the next card we're talking about is in the foundation, and we have the High Priestess, right? So the High Priestess is your intuition. It's been screaming for the truth, right? Maybe weeks, months, maybe longer for some of you, right? Anyway, you just kind of sensed something, something or someone, just they weren't being fully honest with you here. Major high intuition. You know that a cycle may be ending before it physically did. You've been dreaming about someone, synchronicities maybe everywhere. I'm not sure. Soul tie. It feels really telepathic here. So, but you kind of picked up on their emotions before they spoke. That type of situation. You know what they're thinking. Maybe you know what they're thinking about you. You can kind of feel their anxiety, their guilt. But you've been kind of just keeping quiet. The quiet observer. Um, I really feel like you're really more spiritually ahead of the person that you're dealing with here. So you're just kind of waiting for the outcome. You're waiting for the 3D to catch up, right? I get the feeling there could be someone here that you're involved with that maybe has gray, hazel, or like deep brown eyes. It gives you that old soul kind of eye. Yeah, doesn't have to apply, but that's just kind of a intuitive hit there. So now we're going to look at the recent past. And in the recent past, we have the 10 of Wands, okay? This is, you've carried too much. You did all the emotional labor here, right? You're the planner, the communicator, the emotional anchor. Someone kind of relied on you, but never really kind of gave back. That's what that could represent. A job or a family situation draining you. Maybe you feel responsible for someone else's healing, maybe you kept trying to fix the connection. You're exhausted from waiting. Maybe feel like you're walking on eggshells here, or just juggling too many responsibilities. Okay, or someone used you as their safe space, but didn't reciprocate that. So you kind of hit that burnout moment emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Okay. Now we're going to move on into the possibilities, and we have the Page of Pentacles here. The Page of Pentacles, it's a new beginning. It's small, maybe cautious, maybe grounded. This could be talking about maybe a message that's going to come in. It's going to kind of be like a simple, sincere message. Maybe someone wanting to start over slowly. A new person that enters, maybe they have a very earthy or a stable or maybe a shy type of energy. A masculine who wants to put effort in. We could be talking about a job or money opportunity that's really going to shift your focus here, okay? This is in the possibilities. So it could be like a practical offer to you, something like, hey, can we talk? Could be talking about someone younger or emotionally, youthful. Again, I kind of get a person maybe with warm brown eyes, maybe with a gentle kind of demeanor here. But yeah, maybe a chance to rebuild something on more healthier kind of terms. what I'm getting at. So, all right, now we're going to look at the near future here, and we have the 8 of Cups. And so this is the, you kind of just walking away physically, emotionally, spiritually. Maybe you stopped checking all your social media, you stopped waiting on that. You choose peace over your chaos that's taking place. Could be talking about, you stopping, stop chasing closure, or, you create your own closure here. Moving, traveling, maybe kind of just like shifting your routines in some way. But yeah, you've outgrown someone's emotional immaturity here. So you realize you deserve, reciprocity. You deserve somebody to reciprocate back to you, Anyway, you're choosing yourself here is what I'm getting at. So, all right. So this next category we are talking about is the self, how you are showing up in this situation. This is clarity. This is truth. This is a mental breakthrough for Libra here. Okay. Maybe you're just kind of finally like understanding your behaviorisms, what's taking place, right? Cutting through all the illusions. Maybe you speak your truth finally, right? Or you set some boundaries. But you stop romanticizing the potential of things, really. This could be that you're getting a sudden intuitive download of some sort. Choosing honesty over, fantasy. You're kind of seeing who's real, who's not. Yeah, it's just this, I'm reclaiming my voice, right? Okay. So now we have the environment around you, okay? The 4 of Wands. This is support. This is celebration. It's stability, okay? But also it's like someone watching from the sidelines, maybe, okay? Someone wants to reunite with you. This could be a friend group or, a family that supports your decisions on something, a romantic interest. Interest maybe sees you as, home. They see you or feel you, as that home energy. Someone's imagining a future with you. I don't know. I'm just getting like a soft smile. We did have that page of pentacles there. So it's just like, I'm just getting a real soft energy here, a stable connection maybe that's forming, right? Someone's proud of you from a distance, in other words. So you're entering a season of emotional safety here. It's kind of what this represents, right? Now we're talking about the hopes, fears, wishes, and the worries. We have the 9 of Wands. So you're guarded, but you're not closed off, okay? You want love, but you fear repeating the past situations, right? You're tired of being the strong one all the time. You're afraid of being maybe a little vulnerable again, but and it kind of leaves you cautious with new people, and it's understandable, right? You're healing from emotional bruises, those types of things, You're just kind of waiting for someone to prove themselves, and it gives you that, I just don't want to choose wrong again. Okay. You're hopeful, right? But skeptical, resilient, but you're a little exhausted, you're ready, but scared, that kind of situation. Understandable, totally understandable. So now we're looking at the outcome and the direction. Okay. We have the Hermit, you pull back, not to hide, right? But to heal, to reset. You're taking time to, think about things, to reconnect maybe with your spiritual path, to become more self-sufficient emotionally, financially, whatever. This helps you attract better, because it helps you stay aligned. It could be that someone realizes your worth during this silence. It is shining the light on that, right? Masculine or feminine, doing deep reflection, right? And you gain the wisdom, and it changes everything, right? So you're choosing your peace over drama. This helps you to emerge stronger, clearer, more magnetic, right? So in closing here, Libra, I'm really got this feeling like it's really this is the time where you're stopping, you're not carrying any more that isn't yours, right? And you walk away from anything that's really just draining your spirit, You're gaining clarity, confidence, deeper understanding of your worth. So this is teaching you that choosing yourself is not selfish, right? It's sacred. Trust your intuition, honor your boundaries, and really just let the right people meet you where you are, right? So it's really just revealing the truth behind this draining cycle, a long awaited message that's in your mix. I'm not sure how that's going to play out, but I do feel like, Libra, this is a very mature energy. It speaks volumes to that. You're not allowing the past to kind of dictate what is taking part of your future now. So I hope this was clarity for you, Libra. I hope this message got to whoever it needed to get to. I have so much deep admiration for that type of reading. Somebody who's finally choosing peace over and sovereignty over situationships and past traumatic woundings or karmic patterns and that type of thing. So anyway, Libra, I love you. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, would you give it a thumbs up? And if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn your notifications on. Anyway, I hope I get to see you on the next reading, Libra. I love you. Have a great one. All right. Bye.